Every great story begins with a risk. The decision to step into the unknown, to challenge the status quo, and to pursue a dream that others might deem impossible. It's in these moments of uncertainty that true character is forged. Consider the pioneers who ventured into uncharted territories, the innovators who introduced groundbreaking ideas, and the individuals who stood up for change despite overwhelming opposition. Their stories are not just tales of success, but chronicles of courage, determination, and resilience. Taking a risk doesn't guarantee immediate success. There might be failures, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But each challenge faced and overcome adds depth to your narrative, making your journey compelling and authentic. Avoiding risk might lead to a comfortable life, but comfort rarely breeds remarkable stories. It's the trials, the leaps of faith, and the perseverance through adversity that make a story worth telling. So, when faced with a choice between the safe path and the risky road that leads to growth, remember, no risk, no story. Embrace the uncertainty, for it's the gateway to a life that's not only lived, but remembered. Playing it safe may keep you from falling, but it will also keep you from flying. The sky doesn't belong to those who play by the rules of comfort. It belongs to those who dare to leap when the ground feels uncertain beneath them. Your story doesn't begin when everything is perfect. It begins the moment you decide that perfection is a myth and progress is what matters. The greatest victories in life were once terrifying risks, taken by people who refused to live life on mute. They turned doubt into fuel and fear into a compass. You weren't born to follow a script written by someone else. You were made to write your own chapter, and every page worth reading is soaked in courage. That business you want to start, that move you're scared to make, that love you're afraid to pursue, it's all waiting behind one brave decision. Yes, you might fall. Yes, you might fail. But in taking the risk, you will gather the wisdom, strength, and clarity that safety can never give you. Playing small won't save you, but risking big might just free you. The world remembers the bold, not the careful. It remembers the ones who stood up, spoke out, and stepped forward when it would have been easier to stay quiet and hidden. If you want to be remembered, you have to make waves. If you want a legacy, you have to bet on yourself. Life is not about avoiding storms. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. So take the risk. Start the story. Live in such a way that when you're gone, people will say, they lived fully, they risked it all, and because of that, they truly lived. The clock is ticking whether you move or not. Each day you delay is a day your story goes unwritten. Fear will always try to convince you that safety is smarter, but safety is just a silent thief that steals your potential without a sound. Nothing extraordinary ever came from waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is a myth. The only real moment you have is now. Risk isn't the enemy, regret is. And if you keep running from the risk, regret will be the chapter that closes your book. People will doubt you. They'll tell you to be realistic, to tone it down, to be careful. But what they're really saying is, don't make them uncomfortable with your courage. Don't remind them of the risks they were too afraid to take. But this life is yours, not theirs. And your story deserves more than their fears. Let them talk. Let them question. Let them stand on the sidelines while you step into the arena. You weren't made to be ordinary. You were made to be unforgettable. And that only happens when you stop playing it safe. Every risk is a seed. Maybe it doesn't bloom today. Maybe it takes seasons of work, heartbreak, patience, and faith. But no story blooms without the seed being planted. If you want to grow, you must first be willing to leap. You must trust that what you're reaching for is worth more than what you're leaving behind. The greatest pain is not falling short. It's never trying. Take the risk. Water the seed. And one day, you'll wake up living the story you once only dreamed. Your legacy won't be built from the days you stayed hidden. It will come from the fire you walked through, the storms you didn't run from, and the risks you took when no one believed in you. So write the boldest, loudest, wildest story you can. Let it be messy. Let it be real. Let it be fearless. Because in the end, no one remembers the safe life lived behind closed doors, but they'll never forget the one who risked it all and rose.